look what I got, dinner rolls. I made the split kind that just break apart, and I made the other kind. They all came out great. Can't wait till you try it. Stick around and find out how to make these. You'll love them too. I keep meaning to have some music playing while I'm dancing. It might make me a better dancer. I didn't come up with a particular dance to do, so I thought I'd just freestyle. I was thinking about what I'm gonna do when I go down the spirit tunnel. You know, what kind of dance am I gonna do? I don't know. Anyway, today I am going to make some dinner rolls. And this came up because I was at a funeral with my family a couple weekends ago, and they were asking for some of my aunt's dinner rolls. I have no idea what recipe she used. So I am going to use my own recipe and see what happens. You know me, I'm to see what happens. So we're going to make dinner rolls today and see what happens. Let's get our aprons on. While I get my apron on, I'm gonna ask you to do all those things I always ask you to do. I'm gonna ask you to, oh, I didn't even talk about my shirt. I was in Martha's Vineyard and I got a Inkwell shirt. I love it. But anyway, I'm putting my apron on so I don't get anything on my Inkwell shirt. I had a very fun time. I was with same family as I was at the funeral, but it was a different atmosphere because we were in the Inkwell, hanging out on the beach, walking around, eating too much ice cream, eating all kind of food. Anyway, I'm gonna make dinner rolls. You subscribe, like, comment, and forward. I love you for that. The first thing we're gonna do is proof our dough. We don't need the mixer for this. We'll use the mixing bowl though. We're gonna proof our yeast, not our dough. We're gonna proof our yeast to make sure it's gonna make the dough rise. So it's a cup of warm water, and that warm water is between around 110 degrees. And 2 teaspoons of yeast, or a packet of yeast, a half a packet of yeast, and about a 1/4 cup of sugar. Put the sugar in so that the yeast has something to wake it up, because you know how sugar wakes us all up. We are going to stir that up. Stir it up till you can't see any yeast. You want it all incorporated in the water. I'm using my handy dandy bread whisk. So for a lot of the odd things that I use during my baking, I will put the link to where you can get it on Amazon. But you can buy this at any store, Walmart, anywhere. So this doesn't really need my handy dandy lovely plastic shower cap on top, but put that on and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll come back and see if it's frothy. See you in 5 minutes. So let's take a look. Oh, look. See how frothy it is? That's what you want. That means that it's alive. When you see it's all frothy like that. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna add our flour and our salt. And today I'm using butter instead of oil. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in. And I put that in first, and I usually put it in last, but I put it in first because if it wasn't melty enough, and it was at room temperature, so I didn't have to do it, the warm water would help melt it some more. So that, and 3 cups of, and I am using all bread flour today. Bread flour, you say? Yes, bread flour. And I don't even think my aunt had bread flour, but it has something to do with the protein and blah, blah, blah. Why bread flour is different than regular flour. The gluten, the whatever. 3 cups of bread flour. Counter. I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of salt. You need a little salt. Whenever I bake anything, I always put a little salt in. And a teaspoon of vinegar. And this vinegar is optional. I just have found that vinegar makes everything a little more fluffy. I don't know why. That's everything. I always crack up with bread. It doesn't take much of anything to make bread. Flour, water, yeast, a little oil. So we're gonna stir till it gets shaggy. You know what shaggy means. Shaggy means that you really can't see the flour anymore, but it doesn't stir it really, really well. It's just to kind of get the flour incorporated to make sure that the flour is in. So it looks shaggy. See? It looks shaggy. You're not stirring it to like you're kneading it or anything. I'm gonna let my mixer do that. So I'm gonna put the dough hook on my mixer and let the mixer do the heavy lifting of kneading. So you can see, I am going to turn this on and let it knead for 8 minutes. I'll see you in 8 minutes. I am back and it's been 8 minutes. So we are going to put some flour down on the counter so that this doesn't stick. Oh, and this one seems a little gooey, so I might need a little extra flour. It all depends on the temperature in the room and how humid it is in the room. So you'll know if, so the recipe I give you is a basic recipe. Yeah, this is extra sticky. It usually doesn't stick to my hands like this. This is sticky. So I'm going to knead in a little extra flour. That's a good thing for you to learn. It isn't always perfect. Sometimes you got to do a little extra work. And if I had kneaded this by hand the whole time, I would have known this before. But I used the mixer. And so the mixer didn't say, hey, you need to add a little bit more flour here. We're a little wet. So You're going to get a little more flour in here, and it's absorbing up the flour that I have on the counter. And you can't really see me knead very well. Let's see. So how I knead is I fold it over and I push with my heels of my hand, not the heels of my feet. That would be gross. So fold it over, press with the heels of your hand, and you're doing this to get the outside smooth. So you don't have to do it that much. I'm gonna do a little extra, more than I usually do. I would be done if the dough didn't come out a little gooey. A little gooey. You know how I talk about baking is a science? Baking bread is an art, because you have to feel it. You have to feel the bread. And this bread feels cute. So you take it and you make it in a ball. You seal the bottom up. And you see how it's smooth on top? I'm gonna put it back in the bowl. Oh, I forgot to spray the bowl. So you spray the bowl. You could oil the bowl or you could spray the bowl. You know me, I love my cooking spray. And you drop it in. Put some cooking spray on top because it's gonna rise. And you put your handy dandy shower cap back on top. I love these shower caps. You put it on top and you let it sit for about an hour to 2 hours, just till it doubles in size. So I will see you back in an hour or so. As you see, after an hour, it has more than doubled in size. So, because it's so hot today. I'm gonna put some more flour down. Lovely. We're going to knead it a little bit for a couple seconds. I'm just letting it gather up all this flour because it's still a little gooey. It's okay. It's not too gooey, just a little gooey. As I always say, make sure your hands are clean because, especially when you're doing dough. So I'm gonna split this in quarters. I never make even quarters. This is good. So I'm gonna take one little thing and make a ball out of it. So it's a dinner roll. I'm gonna get the pan. Spray the pans. So, making some little round ones. So, just gonna tuck them under, tuck it under, tuck it under, tuck it under. And put it in the pan. Tuck it under, tuck it under, tuck it under, tuck it under. Till you have a ball. Make sure you pinch the under. And there you go. Put it in the pan. The other way I'm going to make these is I am going to divide each one into two and put 2 balls in each one. If there's any cracks, try and squeeze them together. So I am going to put the rest of them in the pan, cover them up, and let them rise for about an hour. See you back here. Okay, it's been 45 minutes and they have risen up. They're gonna be different sizes. I'm gonna put them in a 350-degree oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. And then we'll have dinner rolls. See you back. I have dinner rolls. I'm just gonna butter them a little bit and they are done. So I only cooked them 15 minutes. They cooked pretty quick. So remember that when you're cooking yours. I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell my family that they can have dinner rolls. Just like that. Have a great day. Do all those things I always ask you to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and forward. I'll see you next time.